How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. This video came across my timeline. It's of, how would I describe her? Pearl Davis, who I consider to be mostly a man rights advocate, because I see her defend men a lot. That's why I actually even bother with her. And she's actually quite adamant in many of her ideas. I think she totally believes in what she says. She's done a lot of research. She's done a lot of debates. She has a very big channel. So she was on this other channel, which is centered around debates on cultural issues. And she was debating Anna Kasparian. This is a political pundit, I would call her, from the Young Turks. Let's listen in. Of course, she is a feminist. So, you know, this is a feminist, Anna Kasparian, against Pearl Davis, red pill influencer. Can we call her that?
You have asserted that men shouldn't get married, that instead they should shack up.
I didn't say that.
You did say that with Trent Horn. Word for word, you said it makes more sense for them to shack up, live with a girlfriend, instead of getting married. Do you think the advice that you give to men is the type of advice that will fulfill their lives? Because I'll tell you one thing, the best part of my life is my husband. I love my husband. He's my rock, he's my foundation. And no, my husband is number one. I love my career, but you know what my career did? When I met my husband, my career was already established. He, on the other hand, was couch surfing, he was in debt, and didn't know what he wanted to do with his life. I married him anyway. You want to know why? Because I had the economic to take care of me.
How tall is...
Now, the thing is this. If she married him when he had nothing, so he's probably a very good-looking guy or something like that. Or, as with many women when they grow older, because she's well over 30, they're willing to pick a guy. You know, just any guy. That's the truth. And anyway, let's listen into what she'll say here.
Oh, he's 6'1", about your height.
How many kids did you give him?
None, I don't want kids.
Let's not do shouting questions from there, please. Allow these two to debate each other.
So you can tell, even he's willing to not have kids. I believe very strongly she is taking care of the family. Yes, she is taking care of the family. She wears the pants in the home. So as far as Anna Kasparian, the feminist, is concerned, she wants the weaker man who she can boss around and tell what to do. She has made him give up his biological right to have children. She has done that. Now, let's see how this unfolds.
Okay, what's your question?
I mean, you don't really have much to answer, so I don't know what else to ask you. Do you think you're helping men by discouraging them from entering fulfilling marriages?
What happens to men if they don't pay child support?
I mean,
What happens? What happens, Anna?
how many men do you think get
What
arrested?
happens to
I don't know
men
what the
when they
number
don't
is,
get-
but the
What
idea that
happens
there's
to
like a
men when
huge
they
number
don't-
of men getting arrested for not doing...
You must understand that if somebody doesn't answer a question directly, they're evading the question, as most of these feminist leftists do. They're evading the question because they know the real answer will make them look bad. Let's see, I hope Pearl holds her to the fire, which she normally does.
doing what they're supposed to do
15%.
and take care of their children. It's not a huge issue.
What happens to men when they don't
Really,
pay child support?
only 60% of
Hold
child
on,
support payments get paid out.
You gotta allow her to interrogate you, not them. You gotta stop yelling questions
Look,
at her.
You can minimize men's problems all you want, but I don't think you understand how privileged of a position you're in.
In what way? How am I privileged?
Men are the ones that are on the hook for child support. Men are the ones that are on the hook for alimony. It's easy for you to tell men to just take the risk when you're not in that position.
So are you asserting that men shouldn't pay child
Men-
support following a divorce? Do you believe that women should be financially responsible?
Before they continue, my position is this. 50-50 custody, no child support paid by either party. If the woman wants to leave the marriage, if she's been a stay-at-home wife, she needs to, if she wants to leave the marriage, she can go get a job and take care of herself. When the kids are with me, I handle the expenses. When they're with you, you handle your expenses. Now, if you can't handle your expenses, then the children should be given to the person who can handle expenses. It's really a very simple thing, but it doesn't happen that way because, yeah, females.
100% after
Feminists
divorce.
wanted to be equal. So I say be equal. If you guys want equality, 50-50 custody, no child support, no alimony, no special privileges.
Alimony is paid out in 10%
It doesn't
of
matter
divorces.
if you're part of the
It does
10%.
matter. It does matter because you make it seem like it's a widespread issue when it's only 10%.
Doctrine is
I'm sorry, but this is it can't be true that it's only 10%. Almost every man I know who is divorced pays child support. So it's absolutely not true, and especially, but the main question is, even if it's 10%, for those 10%, which is millions and millions of men, by the way, they want to dismiss that. It matters because they're getting wrecked, isn't it? They want to minimize it. It's only 10%, yeah. But first of all, I don't believe that figure. Secondly, what if it is? 10% is millions and millions of men. Why do they have to suffer for the benefit of a woman who says she's equal to the man, as Anna Kasparian would say, because she's a feminist, but doesn't want to be treated like a man? Go and get your job and take care of yourself and your children.
a sexist law against men. That's
Yes.
sexist.
How is it sexist if a
where have you
woman
guys-
decided
it
to forego a
assumes
career,
that-
decided to be a stay-at-home mother, and the marriage doesn't work out? She has
The question is, she decided to do that. It's her decision. Just like it's her decision to divorce, just like it must be her decision and responsibility to get herself back on her feet, go and work, just like any other adult.
no job, she has no income. So you think it's unfair to get support from her ex-husband so she can raise the kids? So she can pay.
60% of kids under 5 have daycare. Daycare is an option now. You wanted to be men.
Do you know how much daycare costs?
You wanted to be men. Here
Do you know how
have
much
it.
daycare
You got a lot.
costs? Do you
And you see, this is the thing, when you are not allowed to basically say your point clearly, because the moderator has to keep on telling Anna Kasparian, the feminist, to give Pearl the chance to finish. It's because they know their arguments are unattainable and they're unfair. They know this. We all know this. But the arguments have to continually be dishonest because the females have an advantage right now and they will not accept to take less money. They have to be made to take less money. Men have to simply refuse paying or engaging. It's really that simple. I know people think it's extreme, but aren't you in an extreme situation right now where everything of yours is being taken?
think it's
You're not
free?
letting her answer. Let her answer.
A lot of things are expensive, Anna. I mean, it's men.
That's not an answer.
Women have 85% of consumer spending. Women spend money all the time. You spend money on hair dye, you spend money on Botox, you spend money.
You should
on
think
the-
about it.
On the
You see, I wanted to mention that because it came off, oh my goodness, so playground, high school, adolescent, especially because Pearl has actually, when she's asked what she is, she says she's a 5 or a 4. She doesn't really, bloviate herself that I'm this 10. You've seen these women who talk about how they're 10s and they're not. So, and this one is, she's a leftist and a feminist, so they talk about body shaming. Oh, don't body shame. But what did she do the moment she had a chance? She's saying, boy, I don't personally care about that concept. I think you should just tell people what you think. If they are fat, call them fat. If they're this and that, if they don't look hot to you, just tell them. It doesn't matter. But because of the ideology, it's looking at the hypocrisy. Because of the ideology she follows, what she said, she'll be really, people will come after her If it was just against another leftist, but because, you know, Pearl is for the men, so that will pass. Although I don't actually think it was a burn. I've seen people say it's a burn, but it's not. It's lowbrow. It is silly and childish.
I sure am.
You spend money all of the time.
Yep.
So you wanted to be men. Here it is. You're equal. Pay for daycare.
I just want to jump to the second one because she finished there, and I like the fact that Pearl just let it slide and then jumped on like nothing happened. I think anyway, that's how feminists are. What are we talking about? So let's listen to this other clip, then I can give you my submissions, my final submissions.
My argument.
I'm an egalitarianist.
Hold on. My argument is that men and women are both tremendously important to a functioning society. They should both be treated with respect. They both serve different jobs, different roles, and in order for society to work, we have to respect that.
Women are
but
not
you
equal.
seem to put the onus and responsibility of everything onto women while providing cover for the bad behavior of men.
Women are not equally important because they don't do the equal
Men
work.
are equally important.
Women
I never said that they weren't.
Women are not equally important.
No, you see, this is the factual part of it. Like, men are far more important to society because we make and maintain everything. Just that alone. And on top of all that, we offer the security for everything. From other men, from wild animals, from natural disasters, we are responsible for all of that. So it doesn't matter whether you're trying to bring the egalitarian mind view into this. It's not factual and it's not realistic. It's just a feel-good thing that all the activism, the feminism has brought. Oh, men are equal to women, but men do all the hardest jobs and maintain society and everything, while you talk about how equal you are without doing the equal work. That's why I like Pearl especially, because she didn't take any rubbish from these people.
And because they don't do the equal amount of work. Men have invented the majority of the inventions. Men have started Fortune 500 companies. Men do the majority of the infrastructure job. Men produce 90% of
Who's scrubbing the toilets
80%
after
of the
work?
food supply, 90% of the world's stuff.
Who's changing the diapers?
Yeah, we can do changing diapers. It's nothing. In fact, a lot of these simp men these days who live with these women, they change diapers and they cook and clean. I mean, yeah, I laugh because I think it's very silly when men.
Women,
Who's
not
raising
women, they're
the
not having
children
kids.
after
Women aren't
working
having kids,
all
so
day
women
long.
aren't doing it. Daycare workers now, to be honest, it's not the moms.
Not
That's a
everyone grew up
fact.
in an affluent household like you. They need a dual income household in order to make ends meet in this economy.
Anna, you
live
talk.
in reality for
Anna,
one day
you
in your
talk.
life.
Anna, you talk for a living. It's kind
I
of
do.
rich for you to come at me.
What?
Yeah, it's the same. Like, you do commentary. You're not, it's not a difficult job.
What do you do for a living?
Excuse
For you
me?
to come at me.
What? Bitch, what do you do for a living?
Why do these leftists always think that using profanities makes them look? I think it's cool in their circles, but all it makes someone as old as her look is childish.
I also talk, but I can acknowledge it's not that hard of a job.
Talk a lot of
where
bullshit.
While you pretend it's more important than it is.
Right. Okay.
Wow, that I liked how that ended. You know, the fact I like Pearl, you know, she says whatever she says sometimes, but I generally like her because she's very factual and she doesn't sugarcoat things. I like people who do not sugarcoat things, pretending this and that, like the Anna Kasparians, the feminists of this world. So, good one. I thought that was a good video to share with you. I don't know what you guys think about the arguments that have been put forward here. Please leave a comment down below, like the video, share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, peace.